This presentation is about OLLI USF's Class Assistant Greeter Program. If you know OLLI, you know that OLLI USF is fun, friendly, and a welcoming place to be. One of the programs that supports and builds this reputation is the Classroom Assistant. Even though OLLI is for adults, it's sometimes somewhat like being the new kid at school. OLLI members become friends, and sometimes new members feel as though they're on the outside looking in. The Classroom Assistant Greeter helps members feel welcome and enhances the OLLI experience. An important player is you, the Classroom Assistant Greeter. Over the years, it has become a bit of a challenge to decide on what name best describes this program. Assistant? Well, it's a good name, but to many potential volunteers, it suggested that maybe the assistant was a backup teacher, the secondary member of the teaching team. This is not what the job is. How about host? Another good name, because a host is one who strives to make guests comfortable. But hosts also suggests inviting and entertaining guests. Again, it's close, but not really what an OLLI Class Assistant Greeter does. Greeter is a good description, but the program is more than merely greeting. How about all of the above? The Classroom Assistant Greeter needs to be flexible since each course requires an evaluation of what needs to be done to make this course a success. It requires all of the above. So now let's look at some of the duties for this challenging and creative program. It really is an easy job. After all, you already know what it takes to be a good host. The difference is you are not hosting people you've invited to your home. Rather, you are now performing host duties for OLLI USF. Hosting for an organization comes with additional responsibilities. Since your actions and words represent the organization, and this requires some professionalism. It's mostly a matter of good sense, but it's an important responsibility.
Hello there.
Hi.
I'm Doug Fairbanks. Are you here for the class?
Yeah.
Good. Well, welcome. Come on in. Are you new with OLLI, or have you taken classes
I've never been here before.
Well, good. I think you're going to have fun.
Okay.
Come on in. We'll have some handouts later on, but do you know any of the people here, or are you brand new to them?
Brand new.
Great. And your name is?
Lily Johnson.
Lily. I'd like to introduce you
I'm
to...
Betty.
Hi, Betty. How you doing?
I'm Sally.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm Blanche. Hi.
The class will be starting probably in about in a few minutes here as soon as we get ready, so if you just sit down and make yourself at home.
You are the eyes and ears of OLLI. You represent OLLI. It's important to represent OLLI in a professional, friendly, and responsible way. Successful events are almost always a result of preparation before the show begins, and this is a key responsibility for the Classroom Assistant Greeter. Sometimes your role is going to seem similar to a ringmaster. Make sure that the show will go on. Focus attention on the faculty. Be a warm-up act before each course session. You're going to greet, ask open-ended questions, and get the members to talk to each other. As a representative of OLLI, though, remember, avoid those jokes which might offend. Keep the conversation on neutral topics. Let's talk about the duties of the Classroom Assistant Greeter. But remember that sometimes those duties will vary, and that variation depends on the course that you're assisting, the faculty member and their needs, and also remember that we teach in many different buildings, so the facility could change the needs. You need to support your faculty and try to do the most that you can to help them. Let's watch now a video with Doug, our assistant, meeting the new faculty member, Don.
Hello, Don. How are you?
Hey, I'm just fine. You?
Great. I'm doing great. I'm Doug Fairbanks, and I've been told by Joseph that I'm to be your assistant for this class.
Oh, great.
So what I'd like to do is be making the announcements each time. I'd like to know, do you want to make the announcements, or do you want me to do it?
That's your job.
Okay, great. What I'll do is, if we could meet before class each time, I'll show you what we have in the way of announcement and all that. Just let me know what you want, and I'll go ahead and do it.
Works.
Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll just serve as a host, and I'll greet the people and so forth. And any way I can be of any help, just let me know.
You're my man.
All right, great. We'll have fun.
Remember to arrive early at your building and get familiar with it. Know where the restrooms are, know where the drinking fountains are. One of the things that's going to help you a great deal is the class packet. Everyone receives this before class begins. In the packet, you're going to find the class roll, a list of all of the upcoming events, which are also in the evergreen. And to help us in recruiting, another thing you're going to find in your packet are some brochures to share with members of the class. And also there's a Speakers Bureau list, which people can sign up to have someone from our Speakers Bureau speak to their club or organization. All good recruiting tools. And also in the packet is a really nice thank you card to thank our faculty members at the end of the class. You're also going to want to check your room for temperature, make sure it's not too hot or too cold. As class members arrive, you greet them, let them know where the restrooms are, the drinking fountains. If they seem to have a hearing or a sight problem, help them find a seat up front. Your job is to be that good host and greeter and do what's reasonable. In your class packet, I mentioned that you have the classroom roll, and that is everyone that's taking the class that's signed up for it. You want to make sure that they check their email address on the class roll, make sure it's accurate, and also each class period they need to sign in. As a class assistant, it is your responsibility to maintain an accurate attendance record. This is a must-do. Very important to OLLI. Also, every class begins with announcements, and we want to really encourage our members to take part in our Friday lectures, our day trips, make them aware of everything that OLLI's doing so that they can get the most out of their membership. Now we're going to watch a video with Doug, the class assistant, talking about our brochure.
Okay, welcome. My name is Doug Fairbanks, and I assume that you all know that you're here for the Conversations of the Good Society. Great, because if you were looking for something else, you're in the wrong room. Just so you know, we are going to have a break about halfway through. You'll have about an hour, and then we'll take a break, and we'll have about a 15-minute break. And at that time, you know where the restrooms are. I think I told you earlier, they're down the hallway, and where the water fountain is. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I assume you all parked in good places, because if not, you will get tickets. The university campus police will ticket you. We do have a brochure that I'd like to hand out to you. We'll have a supply of them by the door. This has to do a brochure. This brochure deals with OLLI, what the OLLI program is, and so forth. So be sure to look it over, and if you need more, we'll have them for you. This coming Friday, we are having a Friday lecture, and that's one of those lunch and learn type things. You bring your lunch, it is free, and this week we're having a great program. It has to do with Cuba, land of the tourist or terrorism. It's good that Patrick is talking about. He's the editor from the La Gaceta. Yeah, never can pronounce that correctly. Being a friend, like I say, it is cheap and so forth. Is there any questions at this time? That's it.
When do you serve the donuts?
Right? Yeah.
Before I forget, let me just say a word about equipment in the classroom. As a class assistant, you always need to try to be helpful to the faculty, but the equipment is not part of your job. You are not a technical assistant. The PowerPoint, the projector, any other equipment that is used by the instructor, it's their responsibility to know how to operate that equipment. These are some of the basic duties that need to be done for every meeting that I've just discussed with you. And there are some special duties that cover the first class and the last two classes. We'll discuss those a little later. But right now, let's move on to talk about some problem-solving skills that may be required of you.